Hey everyone, Patrick here. Deadlock. If you haven't heard, Deadlock is Valve's new hero shooter, so I have to be really careful about how I frame this video. This is not a video about the gameplay of Deadlock. I have played it, and it is, fun? But I'm not going to use it as background footage because I respect the integrity of video game development. And here's the big thing about Deadlock. It's not meant to be a big thing. Valve has still not publicly acknowledged this game. You aren't allowed to stream or post videos of the gameplay or report on this game at all. Some journalists have gotten their noses beat for ignoring this warning. And that makes absolutely perfect sense for a very early development version of a game. However, this game that is supposed to not exist has staggering player counts. To get access to the game, all you need is a Steam friend that has access to invite you. This may have worked in the beginning, but just look at the chart. There is no sign of stopping. Anyone can play, including you. Just go onto your favorite image board, Discord server, or Steam thread and ask for an invite and you shall receive. And with so many players, of course there's going to be content online about it. However, Valve is stubborn in refusing to actually let players create content. And in their defense, this is still very early development. I would truly hate to be in their shoes. So the scene is set, and now Valve has some decisions to make, because whether they like it or not, the cat's out of the bag and the hype around this game is happening now. In my eyes, they have three options. They can completely close this early access playtest, continue in this state for a while longer before closing or even just letting it go on forever until the game releases, or lean into the ever-building hype and acknowledge and allow people to stream and talk about the game, creating guides and funny moment compilations, etc. Now, I don't think Valve is going to lean into the hype. They've made it very clear they do not want an unfinished product to be what people see, and they consider this product unfinished. People that think that because the game has so many players, Valve has to let people stream and talk about it, no, you're wrong. These are not players, these are playtesters. This is not a finished game. They aren't going to let people treat it as one, even one in very alpha access. I don't know if it was intentional for the player count to get anywhere near this high. It happened rapidly and sporadically, and I don't know if the Deadlock team and Valve will continue to allow it to happen, at least for much longer, which makes me feel that the most likely action for them to take is to in some way limit or stop the playtests to prevent more talk about the game from coming out, more opinions being formed from this completely unfinished state. Keep in mind, this isn't just a few thousand players or something like that. That would be a totally different story. This is one of the top 50 games on all of Steam by player count. And although the Deadlock team must feel somewhat happy about how well their early access is doing, they also must be worried about both not capitalizing on the hype the game has and maybe worried that now that the cat is out of the bag, when the polished version rolls around, the hype will have already been spent on this unpolished early access version. Or maybe the game is just very fun and they're not worried at all because they think there is no hype. They aren't letting people talk about or stream the game. That was definitely how they felt in the beginning, but now that it's such an open secret and there's so many people playing the game, I don't know if they can still feel comfortable with that opinion. Alright, well that was the video. Let me know what you think about this, if you think this is all part of Valve's secret plan, whether you think they cocked up and they need to act right now. I really don't know what's going to happen, but it is interesting. Somewhat fitting for this video is the fact that this video was not up to my usual polishing and standard proofs, but you know, I just want to talk about this now. So thanks for watching. This is PBean signing off.